here with a very useful video, and I'm sure so many of you are wondering what the differences are between these two bags that I'm gonna compare and contrast and review for you all in one video. Of course, I'm talking about my beautiful two beauties right there. There she is and there she is. They look very similar. Yes, they do. But they're very different also. Okay, so let's talk about that. So we are going to compare and contrast these two beauties in this video. This is of course the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 Soft in white multicolor. This is the Takashi Murakami white multicolor Speedy Soft 30 with this Tehran handle or shoulder strap, and this is, of course, you all know who she is. She is the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 Bandelier, and no, it's not a soft Speedy. And this is again size 25. This is Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami white multicolor Speedy 25 Bandelier. So let's go ahead and compare and contrast these two. Compare them and find out, are they the same bag? Well, they look very similar, but does that mean they're similar exactly? Is it redundant to have both of them in your collection? Well, I have my personal opinion and my personal experience, and then there's, you know, of course, other factors that may apply to other people. So we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about size, capacity, use, you know, ease of use, all of that stuff, all the good stuff. So let's get right into this comparison of the Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami white multicolor Speedy 25 Bandelier and Speedy 30 Soft. Now, this is white multicolor, yes, but also this is a comparison really of the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 Bandelier, any material really, you know, monogram canvas, the classic, whatever have you, but still it's the same size, right? Comparing it to the Speedy 30 size. So the size when it comes to material could be any material. So it's really a comparison of these two sizes in this silhouette. So that's what this video is about. Let's jump right in. Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous luxury fashion video. In this video I'm going to compare my beautiful Speedy 25 Bandelier right here to the Speedy Soft 30 right there. Okay, so we're going to talk about if these two are similar, are they different, if so, why, what fits in these. You know, do you have to have both? Do you need both? Do you? All of that good stuff. We're going to talk about all of that good stuff. All right, let's start with the features of the Speedy 25. Now, like I said, this is in white multicolor, but that doesn't mean the same, you know, use, size, capacity, all that don't apply to the other Speedy 25 Bandeliers. Yes, they do. So it's really a comparison, like I said, between the two sizes of the same silhouette, right? The Speedy silhouette, that is. So Speedy 25, as you know, the bandolier comes with this bandolier strap, and in this case it is not adjustable. If I'm not mistaken, also the monogram classic Speedy 25 bandolier also has a non-adjustable strap. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comment section. I am going to buy a Speedy 25 Bandelier in Damier Bin very soon here. So then, you know, of course, I'll have another Speedy 25 in my collection. She is just beautiful. I love how cute she looks because of the size being a little bit smaller. It's absolutely adorable. Actually, now I'm looking at it, I'm just falling in love with her all over again. She's absolutely gorgeous. So this is a non-adjustable strap. Now that is one of the limitations of this bag. So I'm going to pull the camera back to show you what this looks like on my body. Okay, so I pull the camera back a little bit. I'm a little bit further away because of the orientation of the camera, but hopefully you guys can see how this sits on my body. It is a little bit bulbous. It does stick out on my hip. It kind of sits right on my hip. And for reference, I'm about 5'3", and this is how it hits me on my body, right there on my hip bone, right there. So yes, it is a little bulbous when wearing crossbody, when you crossbody it. But then, you know, if you wore it over the shoulder, it is a little bit less bulbous. It looks better in my opinion over the shoulder. This strap length kind of lends itself to over the shoulder kind of carrying rather than like crossbody, right? I feel like. And if you are taller than me, the crossbody will definitely look a little bit funny. If you are to just hand carry it, it's a much better look for this size, if you ask me. Just hand carrying it is probably the best, and that's probably how, that is how actually Audrey Hepburn carried this exact silhouette in this exact size. So this was the first size Speedy silhouette came out in. It's actually a silhouette that was created especially for Audrey Hepburn. If you guys didn't know that, Audrey wanted a handbag that had the same silhouette as her, you know, keep-all, the luggage. So that's why she had, you know, she requested from Louis Vuitton to make her a handbag that had, you know, in only smaller in the same silhouette, and that's how the Speedy came about. And 25 was the first size that they came out with. So Audrey carried this as a top handle hand carry like this. You can carry it on the crook of your arm like this, which looks really, really cute. If you ask me, this is how I like to carry this for the most part because of the limitations of this strap. However, you can buy a vachetta, because this is all raw vachetta, by the way. On this, it's either vachetta or vachette. By the way, vachette in French, vachetta in Italian. So you can buy an adjustable raw vachette or vachetta strap, and then you can, you know, maybe have this be more adjustable, which is what I am planning to do. I'm planning to buy an adjustable bandolier strap so that I can make this a little bit more versatile. Okay, so that is one of the things about this bag. Now let me show you something else. So some of you asked me if, you know, I would like to carry this bandolier, the Speedy 25 bandolier, with the Toran strap of the Speedy Soft 30. Well, I have the answer for you. Yes, you can do that. But I don't know if it looks the best with 25 size. What do you guys think? Well, you know, I mean, I guess it works. Okay, you could technically do that. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Absolutely do that. That does fix that issue of that bandolier strap being neither here nor there because of the length of it. So yeah, that is something you could do absolutely if you have both of them, right? But I don't think it's possible. Like, let's say you just had the Speedy 25. I don't think it's possible for you to just buy a Toran vachetta strap. It's not available on Louis Vuitton unless you find it on the pre-loved market, which will be pretty hard for you to find, right? So that is a limitation, if you ask me, of this bag, this non-adjustable strap, which is super annoying that they made it non-adjustable. I don't know why Louis Vuitton does that. Like, I mean, they very well know that people come in different sizes and heights. Now let me show you what the Speedy Soft 30 looks like. Okay, so let's talk about all of that before I show you the inside of and the features of the 25 and inside and outside features of the Speedy Soft 30. Let me also get the mod shots of Speedy Soft 30 out of the way. So here you are. So this is what this looks like. It's slightly bigger, just slightly by about an inch really. That this one is like an inch and a half ish is how big this is. And it's not, I love the way this feels. Yes, my arm kind of goes around it a little bit like this. If that bothers you, then obviously no. Like if I put my arm down when I'm carrying it, it'll kind of go over the bag. But what I usually do is I carry it like this, okay? And this works really, really well for me. And then here's the back of it. And it is such a comfortable, this strap never falls down like that, whereas this one can fall down like that. This one is, these Toran straps are my favorite. They stay on the shoulder. You would think because it's rolled, it would be more prone to falling down. No, 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 no. They actually aren't. They are actually really, really good. And I love the way they feel. It's just shoulder carry. You know, there's no crossbodying this. But let's say if I bought an adjustable bandolier strap for my Speedy 25, I will use it on this as well. So that'll give me even more options with this one. Even though crossbodying this, yeah, this will be maybe a little too bulky for crossbodying. I don't know if I ever need a bandolier strap for this. So I just, you know, I love the way this bag looks. And of course you can hand carry it, you know, with this Toran strap on. You don't necessarily have to, you know, remove it. That's one of the things I love about this bag, that you don't need to be, you know, removing. Like if I have to hand carry, if I'm going to hand carry this one, I have to remove the bandolier strap for it to look nice. Whereas this one, I don't have to. I can just put it on this side like this. And even on that side, doesn't matter. I can just hand carry it whenever I feel like it. So there's no struggling with this one. It can just go from a shoulder bag to a hand carry bag in just a few seconds. So right there are the compare and contrast of the wearing of these two bags. The differences between the mud shots, you know, between the way you would wear them. So that is covered, okay? Now let's compare the features. Let me move the camera back closer. So you guys saw what these two look like on me, you know, the differences between the way they look on me. Okay, now let's compare, as I was talking about this one first. Let's compare and contrast their features. So this one's obviously smaller, slightly about an inch and a half. I feel like smaller this way and this way. And it feels a little more compact and cute. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that bigger difference right there is actually weight. This one's pretty heavy. This one is much lighter. And this feels a lot more cute. I will say the 25 size feels so freaking adorable and cute and perfect. I just love the way it feels on me. And let me show you. So now both of them have pillows inside. So here is the opening. Okay, let me get the pillows out. So that pillow out so I can show you the inside. And I have a bag insert in here that is a silk bag insert right in there. Okay, so the opening, the mouth of this. Okay, let me grab a long wallet, for example. So my long wallet, my white multicolor long wallet, for example. So yes, it goes in, but I have to, like, do you see that? It doesn't go in like that. I have to first put it this way and then this way. That's how I can put it in. And then when I open the opening, it's a little bit restrictive. Like, I feel like it would have been nice if they brought the zipper down a little bit on the sides like the Speedy 20. I don't know why they wouldn't do that for 25. I feel like they can totally do that. And that would, like, stop the restrictive, like the limitations with the opening there. So I feel like when you put items in, you have to kind of, if they're bigger items, you kind of have to go like this. Like, let me show the agenda, for example. Let's try some of the bigger items. You know, here's the agenda PM. Okay, again, the same thing. I mean, this one probably go straight down. I think it'll work. Yeah, again, but it's really, yeah, a tight squeeze. No, I have to go in this way and this way. Do you see that? So I have my long wallet, my agenda, and then let's say toiletry, what is this, 19? Yeah, toiletry 19. And again, you know, it's a tight squeeze, like with, yeah, see now that the capacity, do you see that? I can't really fit toiletry 19 with those two other items in it. If I took the agenda out, then yes, I can fit the toiletry 19, but again I have to go sideways first and then turn it. No, actually that's quite a squeeze. So yeah, I had to really finagle to get the toiletry 19. Yeah, I mean it goes in there, but I had to really finagle it, you know, to put it in there, as you can see. And I think I can, now that I got the toiletry 19 and I can put the agenda in, again going sideways first and then down. But then look at that, it's like pretty full, right? So capacity wise, you know, there are some limitations. So let me put the other stuff in. So now that I put the toiletry 19, I can't put the cosmetic pouch. Now if I want the cosmetic pouch, I have to take the toiletry 19 out. So let's take that out because these are pretty comparable. So this is definitely not a travel bag, because if I was traveling, I want my cosmetic pouch and the toiletry 19 in it. So there, I'm now doing the cosmetic pouch. Even the cosmetic pouch has to go sideways first, and then I have to rotate it to get it in. So that mouth opening is quite a limitation with this bag. Now I know I'm doing this while I'm standing up. I'm going to insert the what fits inside portion of this towards the end too. But I'm just kind of like, you know, since I'm talking about the different features right now, I wanted to talk about capacity right here, but I'll also again insert it at the end of the video. So I will put a card holder as well in here that fits, and then my key pouch, and then of course my 6 key ring holder. All of that fits, but it is a really tight squeeze in there. Really tight squeeze. Definitely not a travel bag. It would be more of a day-to-day bag. Whereas the other one, Speedy Soft 30, has lots of capacity. Okay, let's take the Speedy Soft 30 and I'm going to open it up. And I also have a bag insert in here as well. You take that out. I love these bag inserts. The pillows, by the way, I will link them down below for you guys. The bag inserts and everything as well. And I have a bag insert in here, obviously, as you can see. I love this bag insert that I found. Again, I'll list and link everything down below for you. I just wanted to jump on here and tell you that I made a bag inserts video. It's on my channel. That was the last video. If you missed it, definitely check it out. I talked about the best bag inserts for every bag, including the Speedies that I'm talking about in this video. Okay, now this is like a giant hole, you guys. It's a lot of capacity in here. Okay, let's start putting things in here. Let me start with bigger items first. So here goes 19. Toiletry 19. You don't have to turn it. You can just put it straight down. All items, just straight down. And then again, straight down. Goes right straight down. Don't need to turn this way, turn that way. You don't have to do any of those. And you take this, you put it right down. Fits perfectly well. And then you take your wallet, put it right down. And passport holder. You put the card holder. And then you can even use this as a bag charm, but you know, key pouch. Put it right there. Then you put your 6 ring key holder right there, and you put your little card holder thingy. What do you call it? This is like the Hermes Calvi card equivalent. What do you call this? I forget now. It's a card holder. So put that in there as well. So all of that fits in. And then the sunglasses. It's all in there. They all fit right in there, and there's room to spare, you guys. Okay, room to spare. So all of that. So this is definitely a travel bag. All of that fit, just no problem. And I did not have to turn any of the items sideways whatsoever. So for Speedy 25, I would say I would use a more compact wallet in that bag. And I would use a full-size wallet in this bag, okay? For example, that would open up some space in the 25 if you use the compact wallet instead. And then you can fit your cosmetic pouch and your agenda agenda PM and whatnot a little bit easier. They both have the same features in terms of the clochette and everything. So this one has the regular clochette right there. You know, this is from last year's 20th anniversary. Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami 20th anniversary release. This is from last year. So you get the bow clochette here with the little padlock and the keys in it, and it does not have studs, whereas this one has the bow clochette just like the other one, but this one has studs. It has the padlock and the keys and everything, but this one has the studs, the studs, the throwback to Marc Jacobs era Takashi Murakami items. Okay, so that's nice. When actually this doesn't have any like bag pillows, actually when this doesn't have the bag pillow, this is pretty light. The other big difference, I talked about the clochette, but they both have other things are the same. Like they both have raw vaqueta top handles, and they both have shoulder straps, but this one is a bandolier strap that's non-adjustable, and this one is also non-adjustable, but this is a Tehran rolled shoulder strap. This is a very comfortable handle drop, and you can't crossbody that bag, but it works really well over the shoulder. You don't feel the need to crossbody it. Whereas this one you can crossbody, but it looks a little weird when you crossbody it, and then it's over the shoulder a little bit too low on a short person, especially like me. So there's that. And on the inside there's a big difference. Okay, so let me take the bag inserts out to show you that. So the inside, the biggest difference is the fact that this is microfiber lining inside, whereas, and okay, well, inside also there is a slip pocket right there, and that's all you get. No zipper pockets, none of that, but the interior is microfiber. This one's made in France, so is this one. Okay, now inside of this one, once I take the insert out, I'll show you that the inside of this one is leather. So I don't know if the camera is capturing it. Light is kind of going down. That is the lined with leather, which is why it's called soft, because that leather lining gives it this soft, squishy feel to the canvas. It's a little bit more relaxed looking, but I don't think it's slouchy, and neither do I want it to be slouchy. I'm certainly not gonna punch it down to make it slouchy, because in my opinion, Speedy is a silhouette that does not lend itself to be slouchy. It's not a slouchy looking bag. Neither should it be particularly slouchy. It needs to have some structure. I love the Speedy Soft 30s over, let's say, Speedy P9, because Speedy P9 is a little too squishy, a little too slouchy for that silhouette, whereas this is the right perfect amount of soft. It's soft and squishy, but it's not too slouchy. It does bend. It has a little bit of slouch, but not a lot. So that's like the perfect amount without compromising the integrity of the silhouette, which is, you know, a pretty structured silhouette, right? So I love that. Other than the fact that this one is leather lined, the size is different, and that it's soft basically because of the interior lining, and that it has a Tehran handle instead of a bandolier handle. These two are the same silhouette, same exact thing, just size is slightly different, the handle is different, and the interior lining is different. That's really, and then, well, if you really care about it, the clochette, this one has studs and that one doesn't. Those are the only differences. Everything else is exactly the same. I mean, let me show you the similarities. These both have raw vaqueta, and yes, it will tan, it will patina over time, absolutely. And yes, they both have the same silhouette and same gold feet, exact same gold feet, same silhouette, gold feet, same thing, and same piping, and same everything. Everything is the same. And yeah, it's basically the same thing. And let me see, is it one? Okay, there's one other difference. This one is one continuous piece of canvas. Do you see this? So you can see here, this side is, this LV logo is right side up, and then when you look around this to the other side, go around it, it's upside down. It's because it's one piece of canvas, which is how Speedy is usually made, with one piece of canvas on that side like this, right? And then separate pieces on the sides. But this one is not one piece of canvas around, whereas this has got a seam in it on the bottom. As you can see, that's the seam. So it's right side up on both sides. I really don't have a preference when it comes to, do I want the same piece of canvas all around or not? I don't think it makes that much of a difference to me, other than the fact that I, want the seam to be perfectly aligned. This is not exactly perfectly aligned. This is obviously authentic Louis Vuitton. I got it from the boutique. You guys saw my hauls, and I have all the, receipts and everything to prove. But even the authentic ones, like when there's a seam, it's not always exactly perfectly aligned. So I don't know if I have a preference, whether it should be with a seam or without the seam. I guess, yes, I kind of do, because traditionally, or the original classic, was one continuous piece of canvas, and that eliminates having to have the two pieces align. So in that sense, I guess I do prefer the one continuous piece of canvas. I don't know, I guess I do know why they didn't do that here. I guess they couldn't do that here probably because of this lining inside, which is also done in two pieces. As you can see, there's a seam in the leather lining down. Let me see if I can pull it out. So this is actually not attached. That's another funny thing about this. So in the P9s, the leather lining that P9s have inside, they're attached to the bottom, like as in they're like stuck together, the lining and the canvas. This is not. This you can actually pull out. It's not, glued to the bottom. So do you see there's a seam there? So maybe because of the leather lining inside, they decided not to do the continuous piece, probably because it's harder to have these two align perfectly. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I have another feature I want to show you. So this also has one slip pocket, just like this one. So there's no interior difference, other than like actually the interior of this does not have a seam. Do you see that? It's actually also one continuous piece of canvas inside too, or not canvas, microfiber inside also. So there's no seam on the bottom on the inside of this either. So it's done the same way inside as it is on the outside. The difference is, of course, this is microfiber, this is leather interior, but same slip pocket as this. They're both made in France, same exact, only one slip pocket, only one slip pocket. So really, you guys, there's not a whole bunch of groundbreaking differences between them, other than some minor details like the handles, the straps, the studs or no studs, one continuous piece of canvas or not, capacity, a little bit more, a little bit less. There's not a whole lot of differences in it, yet there is. Now, for me in particular, the capacity difference matters. However, it also doesn't matter to me also, because I would not use this bag for travel. The Speedy 25 Bandelier, I will not use this for travel. This would be an everyday bag. This would be something I wear every day. So literally, I would probably only use these items in this particular bag. If I were to be serious about what I put in here, I only use these items in here on a daily basis. These are the items that I would use in here. So let me see. So I have my agenda PM, which I will need on a daily basis. That fits. I will use my cosmetic pouch, because I need my cosmetics on a daily basis. I will use my wallet, although probably my Rosalie is a better wallet. Let's just, for fun, let's just use the full-size wallet. And I would use my 6-key ring holder for sure. Need that. I would use maybe a card holder too, possibly. Okay, sure. And then the key pouch, I'll use that. And then I would use my sunglasses. So those do fit exactly perfectly right. So for daily use, this is fine for me. This is fine. It works. I don't need to fit the Toiletry 19 in my Speedy 25. I'm not going to take my Toiletry 19 in here on a daily basis. Neither am I going to take my passport cover in it. So those are really the only additional items that I would, you know, and probably also I would use my little Speedy bag charm on the outside of this one and that one, but that's a bag charm. It just goes on the bag like this. So obviously that is irrelevant because I can put it on both. So really the only two items that I would not put in my Speedy 25 on a daily basis are these two. So whereas when I'm traveling internationally or domestically, I would use the Speedy 30 and put those items in there as well, and it'll have plenty of room and then some to spare after those. Whereas this one is packed to the brim right now. I mean, right now it's like stressed. Look at it. It's like pulled up by the tab because of the fact that it's pretty heavy in there. This is its highest capacity that I have it in here. So like it's the highest. Like it kind of has gotten, do you guys see how it looks a little almost misshapen? Like the tabs are getting pulled up so hard because of the weight inside of the bag that it almost like is too much for this bag, right? So like maybe sometimes I will decide not to carry my agenda in there. Now let me switch this out to my Rosalie wallet and see if that makes a difference. Okay, now here's a compact wallet. That fixes the problem quite a bit. So if I took the agenda, oh actually I didn't even have to take the agenda out, so the agenda is still in there. My agenda PM is in there. All I did was I swapped out the large zippy wallet to my compact wallet, and now it's not that strained anymore. See, there's plenty of room left now in there with no problems. And let me close it and I'll show you. Let me close it and show you. Now it's not as strained looking. It's not as pulled up and weird looking as it was a little bit, you know, before. So those are options, you guys, you know. So this is, like I said, everyday run around summer outings, you know, goes from day to night. These bags I will wear day to night during spring and summer. So it's an everyday bag, right? But then again, I do have another everyday bag right there, the Neverfull. And then if I want an everyday small capacity bag, I have this. So in a way, my Speedy 25 is kind of redundant for me. Now, that would be my everyday bag with full capacity, right? So if let's say I want to carry all that stuff that fits in Speedy 30, but I don't necessarily want to take my Speedy 30 soft on a daily basis places, and I could just do my Neverfull, right? But we're talking about this in this video like you don't have that option. Like you're just trying to decide between these two, right? So we have to talk as if you don't have that option. Okay, so if you only were trying to buy one of these and you don't have any other bags, then I would have to say that you would probably need to buy the Speedy Soft 30, because this would go from everyday to traveling. If you want to check all the boxes like travel, you know, everyday use, what have you, then I would recommend Speedy Soft 30, because then it'll serve all of the above, all those purposes. Let's say if you don't have a Neverfull and you know you don't have any other white multicolor bag or any other bag, let's say we're again comparing the silhouettes now. We're not even, you know, talking about just white multicolor. This is a comparison between Speedy Soft 30 size in the same silhouette to Speedy 25 Bandelier in the same silhouette. So like let's say you don't have any other bags, okay, you're getting one Louis Vuitton bag and you're torn between a Speedy 25 Bandelier and a Speedy Soft 30 or Speedy 30 period. Doesn't have to even be a soft. So I would say in that case get the Speedy 30, because if you wanted to do everything like travel every day, blah 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 blah, right, then I would say Speedy 30. But if you want, like, no, I don't need it for traveling, I don't need big capacity, then I would go with this. But if this non-adjustable strap bothers you, this one, obviously. If you would prefer the Touran strap, the way how comfortable that feels on the shoulder, again, this one. Now this, in this case, then now we're talking about the particularly the Speedy Soft 30, because only the Speedy Soft 30s come in the Toran strap. Now, when it comes to Bandouliere, there's also the Speedy 30 Bandouliere in other canvases, right? Now that's a different story. That comes in, I think, with an adjustable strap. So again, I would still, consider that over the 25, because again, that would have higher capacity. You can use it for both everyday use and for traveling. However, this one's a cutie. It's a little cutie little sausage, okay? I love it. She's so cute. She's absolutely gorgeous, and it is the original classic size, and it's such a classic bag, and you can also hand carry it a lot easier, nicer, and cuter. So in that sense, Speedy 25 is better. The Bandelier period, with Speedy 25 period, right? That only comes in a Bandelier, I believe, anyway. Whereas 30 comes in a non-Bandelier and Bandelier version. So you guys, now what do I think personally? I have to say that this is my pick. Even though cuteness wise, I would pick this over, like, if it came to looks, okay, cuteness wise, I think Speedy 25 wins over Speedy Soft 30, because this is too big, a little bit bigger. This is perfect, cutie little gorgeousness. Right here, this is a winner there. When it comes to comfort and user-friendliness, this one wins because of the Toran strap and how comfortable it is to carry, and the capacity being higher. When it comes to capacity, again, this one wins. This one fits a lot more in terms of being well-rounded, as in can use for anything. Also, this one wins, right? Because it goes from, everyday use to traveling, whereas this is only everyday kind of use. Technically, you can travel with this too, but it's a bit of a tight squeeze for me anyway, personally, because I carry everything in the kitchen sink when I travel. All right. So, okay. So where did we land? We said looks-wise, 25 wins. When it comes to user-friendliness, I would think Speedy 30 wins. And the well-roundedness, Speedy 30 wins. When it comes to capacity, Speedy 30 wins, the soft. And when it comes to practicality, Speedy 30 wins. When it comes to the strap, Speedy 30 wins. Boy, this looks like an overall winner for me personally. But when it comes to cuteness and the looks, this one wins. And when it comes to something for just everyday use, which one is better? This one wins. Okay? So there you have it, you guys. If I had to pick one, just for the practical reasons alone, I would pick this one, the Speedy 30 Soft. So if I had to pick one, this is the one I'm going to pick. But it all depends on your personal needs. If you're somebody who's just trying to buy an everyday bag, then I would recommend the Speedy 25, because it's perfect for everyday and it's cute as heck, okay? But if you're somebody who's trying to check all the boxes, I would recommend the Speedy 30 Soft or Speedy 30 period. Whether it's Bandouliere, non-Bandouliere, or soft. So you guys, that is it. Now let's jump into the what fits inside both of these bags portion. I will do a bird's eye view and show you how items fit in these bags. So let's cut away to that. So we're at the what fits in these bags portion of this video. All right. So I've got the Speedy Soft 30 and then the Speedy 25 Bandelier right there. And I've got all my little SLGs right there to try and fit into these and show you which one fits what. Okay, so let's get started with the Speedy 25. I'm going to push this one back and bring this one forward. Okay, she's going to stand behind her sister. And of course, we will see what fits in. As I showed you earlier in this video, the larger items always have to go sideways first before fitting in here in this bag. Okay, so that's how the Toiletry 19 fits. And then I'm going to try and put the cosmetic pouch in here as well. Fits just fine. And then I'm going to take the Agenda PM right here And I'm going to put it in here as well. Again, I'm going to put it this way, but then I have to, again, go sideways first and then put it in there. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. And at this point, it's getting pretty full. And I would not put a large full-size wallet in here with this type of tight squeeze, but it does still fit. And then let's say another card holder will fit just fine in one of these pockets here, right there. And then this card holder will fit as well. And then I would say that the key pouch or the 6-ring key holder will fit. And then the key pouch, it's it's getting crazy in there. It's getting crazy. So yeah, it's actually almost looking misshapen. Actually, you know what? 6-ring key holder. I'll put it here. It's a very tight squeeze, as you can see. It's like packed in there like a sardine, okay? There's no space for the sunglasses case. So something's got to come out, right? So everything except for the passport holder and the sunglasses case fit. But for it to be a better, more comfortable fit, especially since this is an everyday bag, I would take some of the items out. For example, I would not carry a full-size wallet with this, okay? I would take that away and I would use a compact wallet instead. So with the compact wallet, again, you made a lot more space in there now. I would carry my 6-ring key holder for sure because I need that on a daily basis. I would probably put it in one of these pockets like that right there. And then I would carry a card case, especially since I'm carrying a compact wallet, like my Romy card holder here, which can go in a pocket or not a pocket, it doesn't matter. And then the only other thing I would bring on a daily basis would be my sunglasses case. I would put it probably this way, and that's it. Those are what I would really carry realistically. Let me make sure that it sits comfortably in there. There you go. So it all fits very, very comfortably in there. Those are my everyday items. I would not carry a full-size wallet. I would not carry a passport holder, and I would not carry a toiletry 19. These 3 items I would not bring on a daily basis. This is, of course, a bag charm. It could go on the outside. So it's not a conversation to be had about the inside capacity. This is something I would put on both bags on the outside, so that doesn't matter. So really just these 3 items are what will not fit in the Speedy 25 Bandelier, okay? And you don't even have to carry this many items as much as that I carry. I'm crazy. I have to have everything. You don't probably need the agenda, maybe not. Like, you would not need cosmetic case every day. I don't know. There may be some things you can take out. If you feel like you do want a full size wallet, you can swap it out for the cosmetic case or the agenda PM. That's something you can do. Now let's try. Let me close this first. Now let's try. So, you see that? It looks amazing. Perfectly fine. Now let's try the Speedy 30. All right, now I have my pile of items in front of the Speedy 30. This is so much easier. You don't have to turn anything sideways. You can just start throwing stuff. So here's the toiletry 19. You don't have to go sideways. You can just put it straight down like that, and then again, this straight down, the cosmetic pouch straight down. You don't need to turn it any other way. Put a agenda PM this way. I would put it this way. Again, it goes straight down. You don't have to turn it sideways. Straight down like that. I would probably turn it tall like this on the side, and I would turn that tall like that. There you go. And then you have the large CP wallet. You can put that in there, and then you can put the passport cover, which I will carry. If I'm carrying this, mostly I would use this for travel. So I would put the passport holder right there in one of the pockets right there. And then I would put my 6-key ring holder, 6-ring key holder, in there. By the way, this item was a Japan exclusive. I bought it actually from Japan. There, right there. And then I'm going to put a card case. Why not? Just because we have it. I would put it in the pocket on this side, right there. That's just fine. And then I could even carry another card holder if I feel like it. The Calvi type card holder, whatever you call it. The Louis Vuitton version. And the last item I need to fit is my sunglasses. And, you know, there you go. Very comfortably. And do you see that there's still even room right there? Do you see the bottle holder right there? So there's room right there for a bottle of water too. After all this already fit in just fine. That is how large the capacity is of this bag. Of course, the Speedy charm will go on the outside of the bag like this. By the way, this is where the other charm is on this side. So you can put it on the same side or what have you. So the only item that's left over is the Rosalie compact wallet, which I don't need because I have the full-size wallet in there. And I have the Romy card holder. So this is just one I have for Speedy 25. But everything else, you know, fits. It's all in there. Look at that. That's crazy. And there's even still space left. Which side? That side right there for a bottle of water. So that's how huge the capacity is of this bag. Let me put the bag charm on too. Just, you know, for kicks and giggles. Let's put this on here as well. Just to see how it looks. There you go. So that's it. Everything else, everything fit in it. And it's ready to go on a plane for travel. And when I lift this doesn't, by the way, I noticed when I put too many items in the Speedy 25 and I lift it, this right here, it kind of puckers up or it does something like this or something. Whereas it doesn't happen with the Speedy 30, I just noticed. So you can't make the Speedy 25 too heavy and pack it up too much. It just starts to kind of get misshapen a bit, whereas that's not really the case with this one. Look at that. It's holding up perfect with all that stuff in it. So obviously the clear winner for me is this. All right, you guys. So that was the what fits in these two bags portion of the video. And that is it, you guys. I vote for Speedy Soft 30 or Speedy 30 period, that silhouette in that size. But I think for every day, for some of you, Speedy 25 would be the better choice. Again, it all depends on what you are looking to accomplish from buying one of these bags. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow my community. Really helps me grow my community. I don't earn anything from this channel really. The only encouragement I have to take away from my personal life, my personal time with my family, is your support, your subscribing, your support in comment section, you commenting, you sharing your thoughts, you liking my videos, you sharing my videos, and you watching my videos, and you subscribing to my channel. That's how you can support me so that I can, bring you all these videos, making a personal sacrifice away from my family. Thank you so much for your support. If you have not checked out these gorgeous, amazing, earth-shatteringly fabulous, works like magic body scrubs, you're missing out. I have talked about these in all of my videos. I partnered with this brand because I believe in this product so much. Sandalwood was an ingredient, has been an ingredient for thousands of years that women used to have perfectly smooth, flawless, bright, glowy skin. You guys, these scrubs are just, the smell alone is absolutely divine. And they are sandalwood scrubs that they just sloughs off all the dead skin and all the nastiness, and it gets rid of strawberry legs, it gets rid of eczema, it fixes any like yucky rough patches on your skin, in any skin conditions. It's very healing, and especially the red sandalwood is medicinal. These are Ayurvedic certified scrubs, you guys. This is again Cleopatra, ancient queens like Cleopatra, Mughal queens, Maharanis of India used these like sandalwood and sandalwood scrub to keep their skin so beautiful. Like this red sandalwood especially is good for eczema and bad rough patches and dry patches on the skin. And then the coffee scrub is amazing. This is pure coffee, you guys. This is pure coffee, and these are scented with actual essential oils. So There's no harm. Oh, so good. No harmful ingredients in this. These are all natural ingredients, and they are even scented with essential oils. And it's, you know, got ingredients like sandalwood, you know, like, of course coffee has coffee. This is real coffee. You see how it looks like tar? All those other scrubs you've been seeing that call itself like coffee obviously isn't. There might be like a little bit of coffee in it, and that's it. Whereas you saw that's how it should look. It should look like like tar. It should look like tar if it was real coffee scrub. This is so good for cellulite and getting smooth legs. Ooh, so good, you guys. I love these scrubs, and that's why I was a customer of this brand, and I loved it so much. I stopped buying any other kind of scrubs ever since I found this, and because I believe in it so much, I put my name behind it. I put my savings behind it, and I became a partner with this brand. So I'm part owner now, and I really believe in these. You really have to check them out. I will put the information down below, but also the website is www.scentedsarandeb.com. I will put all the information down below. I hope you check it out because you guys, it's the secret to beautiful, healthy, beautiful skin. I have really good skin. I've gotten very odd, weird comments, particularly about my skin, and I'm 46 years old. So if that tells you anything. Okay, you guys, like I said, please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, share this video. I will see you guys in my next video.